Welcome to Turn the Page Tuesdays, where book journaling meets caffeinated chaos.
I'm Kasie, the one who's probably spilling her coffee on her notebook.
And I'm Rachel, the one trying to keep it together.
Each week, we bring you weekly tips and sips, let you snoop inside our journals, and take you on wild bookish adventures.
So grab your coffee, crack open your journal, and let's turn the page before Kasie spills something again.
Hi friends, it's Kasie from the Spilled Ink and Coffee Show. And today we're going to be taking a journey into my book journal. And we're going to talk about my favorites of 2024 and my not so favorites of 2024. So let's start taking a look. First, let me just preface by saying that how I journal my book is definitely different than how you might journal your book or how even Rachel journals her book. My journal is the smaller version, which there's another video about this, where it's the 4x6, 5x8. I don't have a tape measure, so we're just guessing. And inside, it's pretty much laid out the same. Go watch my video as most other book journalers do. However, the concept of my journal is that I'm just going to fill it. It's not just for 1 year. So there are multiple years, 2024 and 2025 are in this book. My ultimate goal as a reader was to just fill the pages. And as it evolves, I will graduate to a bigger book. But that's not what this is about today. Today's video, again, is about the best and the worst, in my opinion, of 2024. Let's get into it, shall we? The top 3 physical books for 2024 in Kasie's book journal are the following: The Full Moon Coffee Shop, Vampire Hunter D, Undead Island, and The Forgotten Beasts of El. So as I flip back and we talk about Vampire Hunter D first. Volume 25, Undead Island. Hideyuki Kikuchi is the Japanese novelist. He's fabulous. I love everything about Vampire Hunter D. He's very, very eloquent, and I think that I might even want to marry this man. And I just, over the years reading, obviously we're on volume 25 in this particular video. There's a lot of graphic novels about Vampire Hunter D. Those came much later. The novels came first from the 40s, so it is translated. And I really like in the back of the book, the person who is doing the translations tells you what movies they were watching while they were working on the translations for us to read over here in the world of not Japanese. That's how I gotta say it. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm making you a cool ass video, so this is how it's gonna roll. If you love vampires and you love the lore and you want to know what a vampire hunter is, which a dhampir, it's a vampire who's part human and part vampire, they usually don't turn into hunters and seek out hunting vampires. And this is definitely a post-apocalyptic world that we're living in. That's my opinion. You could say that this is in reverse and that we're looking at the history past or another timeline or a different evolution of planet Earth. That's up to you, the reader, where you want to believe this to be. I believe it to be in the future because of the heavy amounts of technology in this book. And it's super cool how technology and mythology really blend seamlessly in the Vampire Hunter D series. Don't be surprised if one of these books makes it on the list next year. So back to D. There's a big mystery about D, and still in volume 25, we don't know his origin story. Vampire Hunter D. He goes by the name D. And Dracula is said to be the origin of all vampires. So we still do not know how D came to be, how he has special powers, and he also has a hand that something lives in there and it talks. So moving on to the next physical best book, in my opinion, of 2024. The Forgotten Beasts of Eld. Author Patricia McKillip. This was a hardcover. Genre is the fantasy, and this was done in 1974. This was a very magical book, my friends. I was really pleasantly surprised. I picked it up for the art cover because the art cover reminded me of Brian Froud's artwork. And if you know Brian Froud, then you know him in the Dark Crystal world. And I felt this was a lighter, more ethereal version of that artwork. And that's really what drew me to the book. I had no idea that this book was going to give me, Willow vibes and all of the Froud vibes, the Dark Crystal vibes. I don't even know how to describe it. It's every fantasy, never-ending story movie from the early 80s that I loved as a child, wrapped up in a novel. It's about a woman's journey. It reaches you in places that you never thought existed within yourself. I am definitely going to read this book again and again. It just is those feel-good, childlike princess vibes. So grab a Falcor stuffy and then snuggle up with the Forgotten Beasts of Eld. You will not be disappointed. My top physical book of 2024 was The Full Moon Coffee Shop by Maya Mochizuki. This book just came into my life when I was just asking the universe for some guidance, and lo and behold, the main character was also looking for guidance. I travel in Tampa and Clearwater area everywhere, to every little coffee shop I can find. Sure, sometimes I wind up at one for a longer period of time because I'm just really into that vibe, but I live my life in saturation, so I guess that's really where that's at. This coffee shop pops up where you need it when you need it, and the Zodiac cats are there to guide you. It's a very magical book. I think the cats are very sassy. The way that this is written, and as it would be, it reminds me a lot of the cats in The Cat Returns, which is an anime by Miyazaki. It's an old anime by Miyazaki, but if you love any Miyazaki films, then this book is for you. In my review, I actually ask a question. How do you review a book that resonates with you on a cosmic level? But when I read my review, it tells you that after the first 20 pages, I started crying because I realized at some point, and this is only for people who are like into science and quantum physics, that all of my thought processes as far as what plane of existence we are on, that we live, like this is a three-dimensional world, but this helped me open my mind to understand that we don't live in a three-dimensional space, that we're all energies of being. Hold on, strike that, reverse it. We're all beings of energy, and no matter how much we try to change things, or wow, I'm getting way deep, and this is all because of this book. I'm not joking here. No matter how much we try to change things, that we have a destiny, and perhaps we have already lived all of that, and now this is us reviewing so we can reflect and learn the lessons before moving into the next plane of existence. But science, theology, mythology, that's the stuff that some of the greatest stories come from. So we're going to leave it at that. So that was it. Those were my top 3 physical books of 2024. We'll do another video of my top 3 2024 graphic novels, and then I'll do another one for my audiobooks. All right, friends, thanks for sticking around, and that was me spilling all the ink on those books for you. That's the ink. Turn the Page Tuesday is a wrap. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a chapter.